Okay, I'm removing the water pump on a 2002 Ford Windstar with a 3.8 liter V6, and just wanted to show you how you go about doing this and some of the stuff you're going to have to remove. First of all, you're going to have to get the wheel off over here, this little dust flap, and I have actually removed both of the motor mounts up here. Well, I've got one loose and it's just lifted up. This back one here I've gotten out completely because I was doing some other work, but you're going to need to get both motor mounts loose so you can lift this up basically, and you're going to lift it up about like I've got it here. Not real far, 2 or 3 inches usually do it. I've got it where I can pull it up here and slide it out. And I'm going to be replacing the gasket on this one here, and it's got that paper gasket, which is, it's really hard to scrape it off, so you have to like scrape it off with a razor and everything just to get all that paper off. It's the most difficult of gaskets to remove. So anyways, this is some of the stuff you're going to have to remove, and I've got the power steering off. I've got the alternator and the alternator bracket off and out of the way, and you're going to at the very least have to remove this stuff to be able to get in here. And of course, you'll have to take the lower radiator hose. You'll take this upper, there's an upper hose that comes from here, and it's got a bracket here and back up in here, and you'll have to remove that as well to be able to slide this thing out, and I'll be putting that back on. But right now, I'm going to go about getting this gasket on here. Okay, now this is the gasket that's going to be going on here, and I'm just kind of using old timer's trick. I put grease on this on both sides, just a light coating, and you'll get different opinions. You can use whatever you want. It's your vehicle. You're going to be the one removing it, but this is what I'm using because I know if I have to mess with it again, it's going to come off of there without having to do all that scraping and all that work. And I guess all they make is paper gaskets for these, so that's what you have to use. And these things, I don't know what they do when they heat up. They glue themselves to that aluminum and to the block of the engine there, and just one of the most difficult things to remove, to try to get off of there. So I'm using this grease and it'll work. I've used it before. And so now I'm going to go ahead and get this set on there and get the water pump. I'm going to first remove the water pump out of here, but let me just show you where I've got it here. If I can do this one-handed, you can see how I can lift it right out of there with it as is, and you just pull it out of there just like that. So we're going to go ahead and set the gasket on the studs and then place there, and we'll get this water pump set back. Okay, and I've got the gasket on there and just set it right back into place again. See how easily it went on. And I'm just going to work on putting the bolts and the nuts back where they go. And I'd previously made a diagram and wrote the number of the bolts as they come off, because they're all different on there.